Well, good evening, everyone. This is the old redneck again. Haven't been on in a while. Figured it was time to speak my mind about a few things. And it is the night of the 23rd of August, or September, actually. Yeah, September. Well, we're going to talk about the Supreme Court thing first. Hold on a second, one, please. Okay, as I'm sure everybody knows, Ruth Bader Ginsburg died the other day, and that's tragic. She had a long life. But now all the controversy is over whether Trump should pick a new Supreme Court justice or not. He has the right to do so. He has the votes in the Senate. But naturally, everybody's screaming up and down, bloody murdered it. Oh, you should wait till the next one. Her dying wishes said da da da. And for what it's worth, here's my 2 cents in the whole matter. The president has the right to choose his own nominees. The nominees have to be approved by the Senate. We have a Republican Senate. Supposedly, he should have the votes for it. And I think he ought to go for it. But you hear the Democrats all screaming, oh, he needs to wait till after the election and all this stuff, let the next president have it and all this. But if it was them, they'd be doing the same damn thing. He has the right. Why shouldn't he do it? Da, da, da. You know. Going, by the way, Mr. Trump has done just about everything else he's doing. He's going to put some thought into it. And I trust the man. I plan on voting for him again. Part of the reason is because I don't like socialism. All right? Pure and simple. You got every one of these Democrats trying to follow a socialist agenda. You got Joe Biden can't seem to remember where he's at half the time. And it's awful funny that Kamala Harris is not being made available to the press. Wonder why. What's their agenda? Why do I say that about socialism? Well, let's see. A couple reasons. Start off with all this quarantine crap. All right. Get everybody in lockdown so they can't communicate with people. They can't talk face to face. They can't get near each other. They can't congregate to talk. That takes away our freedom of assembly. That's one right gone. You can't stand out and speak your mind without getting into being called a racist or it's being a hate crime or something else. There's right number 2 gone. Biden and his clown of cronies get in there. You can kiss number 3 goodbye. That'll be Second Amendment. You know, somebody is behind the scenes with a lot of money pushing this issue. Now, I've heard rumors about Soros buying all these politicians. I can believe that. He's tried it before. Hell, look at our DA in San Francisco. He's such a flaming socialist. Now he wants to go through all the criminal convictions to see if they've had their some other rights taken away from them if they need to be released because of that. He doesn't want to charge people that do crimes or felonies or anything like that. Anything else. You wonder why crime's running rampant out here in California. Just like it is in any other Democrat-run state. You know, you got Pretty Boy Newsom up there, Pelosi running the show from Washington. Let's keep everybody just behind masks and not talking, keep everything closed down, protect the economy. You know? Like the jobs, well, we must keep essential people up, but we can do what we want to do because we're the entitled ones. We know more than anybody else. That's why all the city owned gyms in like police stations, federal buildings, all that, have been open and busy this whole time lockdown's been done. But all the private gyms, you know, the ones that you pay thousands of dollars for memberships for, have been closed. See, the Democrats run on this platform. We keep giving people money, they'll vote for us. We don't want you thinking. We don't want you working. We want you sitting there believing everything we say. Big Brother is listening and talking and walking and doing for you. All bow down to Big Brother. Which gets us to the school districts. When I went to school, you had history books. You actually had to open and turn pages and read. And could form an opinion on them. Now at schools, they give everybody computers. So you're only seeing what the tech people want you to see. Who controls the school books now? Silicon Valley. Whether it be Apple, Google, Microsoft, whoever. Which all ties into the 1691 project. You know? But everybody says that's a conspiracy theory. Be it as it may, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it must be a fucking duck. The other part of this phony socialist bullshit, you look in any store nowadays, they tell you, oh, there's signs up there, oh, please use exact change, there's a coin shortage, you know, we must have exact change, we can't do this, or use your debit card. Debit card for this, debit card for that. They don't want you carrying around cash. They don't want you using cash. Why? Because cash can't be tracked. They want your debit card for everything. So they can find out what you're spending it on. So Lord God, Google can send you ads anytime you run a search. Oh, you bought this last week. Oh, we're going to send you more like this. I've seen that in my own searches when I've bought things on eBay. I bought car parts the other day. Shit, every damn time I pull up Google, I get car part ads where I could get a better deal. And people are just taking this just like a fish to water, you know? Because that means they don't have to think. America, if you don't wake up, you're going to lose yourself. No enemy outside our borders can beat us. But we will beat ourselves. As far as this Black Lives Matter goes and Antifa goes, the cops and politicians have made a big mistake by pandering to them. You need to shut their asses down. They come at you, come at them harder. Wade into them like the strike breakers in 1920 and bust their friggin' heads. Black Lives Matter doesn't care about black lives. They care about the thugs, the things that get them the press. These Hollywood celebrities, they ought to remember, they're entertainers. They're not politicians. They're not pundits. And nobody really gives a shit what they think. You're paid to make movies. To make things where people can lose their mind for a little bit of time by watching the magic screen. Sports stars. Don't even get me started on them clowns. How many of those clowns can hold a real job? They play a fucking game. Granted, they keep in excellent shape to play the game. You know? But, who asks their political opinion? They all got these opinions about all this crap going on. The riots, the Black Lives Matters, all this other shit. Donald Trump, Biden. You got an opinion about it? Put your money where your mouth is. Get down in the streets. You think there's a problem in the inner cities? Get out there and fix the damn thing. Put your money to use other than donating to a political cause. Put it to where you can see some use being made out of it. You know? Quit talking all this rhetoric and saying, well, I'm not trying to incite violence. Yeah, right. As far as these people that want to put these sports people that want to put these names of all these thugs on their helmets and all this stuff, instead of that, why don't you put the names of the black kids and the white kids and the Hispanic kids that have been killed in these inner cities due to gang violence that nobody seems to have a damn video camera on or never saw a thing. But you let a cop be involved and there's a million friggin' cameras out there. We need to get rid of this society of no snitches get stitches or whatever it's called. Take back the friggin' streets, people. Y'all are being a bunch of fucking pussy-ass little mama's boys. Everybody's so afraid of offending somebody by speaking the truth. I'll tell you right now. If I happen to be on a street and somebody does a drive-by where lead's flying and a kid gets hurt, I'll be the first one to identify the car, try to identify the car and the people that did it. You can't tell me that an 8-year-old little girl sleeping in her bed did you any wrong. But you see the thugs out on the street, you know, they don't believe in aimed fire. They do the spray and pray. Hold the trigger down and just scatter it around. We might hit what we're aiming at. Maybe every one of these neighborhoods ought to hire a veteran with a fucking AR-15, and every time somebody comes down and do a drive-by, he takes out the driver. I wonder how quick the drive-bys would stop. Y'all have seemed to lost your way. You're living yourself by TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Oh, Kim Kardashian showing her butt again. Oh boy, I can have a butt like that. Or LeBron James said this, so I gotta go out and buy his jersey. He knows what he's talking about, so we have to support this. Colin Kaepernick said this, so it must be true. Brett Favre had to make an apology because he didn't agree with everybody. You know, people getting fired because of their opinions. Or they're getting fired for shit they said 10, 12 years ago. You know? Simply because it's offended somebody in this pussy ass age. You know, we all know it need to go back to remember a very simple fact of life in this country. You are not white America. You are not black America. You're not brown America. Asian American. We're all Americans. Let's get rid of the damn hyphenation. Quit looking at the fucking skin colors. Quit trying to take offense at every goddamn thing every motherfucker says out there. Learn to have a sense of humor. And let's get this country back on track. If y'all want a politician that's going to hide everything he does between fancy talk, you know, he'll say one thing with this hand and stab you in the back with this one. Go ahead and vote for Biden and the Democrats. You know? Yeah, Trump is crude. I'll be the first to admit it. But you can't tell me you don't know how that man's thinking. He puts it out there every friggin' day for everybody to see. You know? You may not like him because he's a businessman. He doesn't play the game, the happy talk that everybody else wants. But before this COVID hit, our economy is better than it's ever been. Unemployment was lower than it's ever been. People were making money. Everything was looking up. Then all of a sudden, COVID. Everybody's got to lock down. Oh, you got to stay this way for another 2 years. You can't go out to have birthdays, weddings, anything else. It's all the new America. Bullshit. Wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Well, now they're out here in California, they're starting to wear their finding if you're walking around in public without wearing one. Kiss my ass, I'll pay the fucking ticket. I wear one when I go in the store because I respect their right to run their business their way. Do I believe in this COVID shit? No. Is there a disease out there? I have no doubts there is. Is it bad? It can be. But I can't help but recall when this thing first started, they were telling everybody you didn't have to wear a mask. Only certain age groups had to wear them. Oh, kids can't get it. Blah, 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 blah. Then all of a sudden, oh, that's not working the way we want it to. Oh, well, we have to lock everybody down into their house. Everybody's got to lose their job. Oh, now we got to do virus relief to where we can't keep them, where we have to keep them from getting evicted. Of course, that's not going to stop people like Wendy's restaurant, who's now telling their workers and their franchise owners to go back to the way it was. And now they have to make up all the extra money that the company wasn't able to charge them during the COVID time. So you tell me, are the corporations going to lose money? Or are people just going to go out of business? Those are my thoughts for today. You know, if you want to leave a comment, leave one below. If you want to send me an email, send it to me. RedneckRebel1956 at gmail.com. I'll answer it. Might even use the question in my next video. You know, it's just a matter. You know, you all need to decide whether you're going to wake up or you're going to be sheep. If you're going to be sheep, we're all going to be dead. My thanks go out to all the military serving overseas and at home. Remember the veterans here and the ones coming home. and pray for all the law enforcement and all the first responders that are out there saving our asses, even though the people don't really give a shit about them. You know, this is the old redneck signing off for tonight. Good night.